Good afternoon, South Africa, and a very warm welcome to you this fabulous Friday, the 21st of September. I really hope you're having a great afternoon. So entertainment provides a way to break away from the everyday humdrum activity in our demanding lives. So today on Afternoon Express, we meet two phenomenal actresses who are part of some of the most entertaining soapies and telenovelas in the country that help us relax and have a good laugh at the end of each day. So we chat to Maumela Mahuwa, who has been acting on SABC2's primetime soap Muvhango since its inception in 1997, playing the role of Suzanne. Plus, we chat to South African actress Tshego Seakgoe. Now, remember, you can engage with us on our social media platforms throughout the show and tell us how you will be observing Heritage Day. Tweet us at Afternoon Chat using the official hashtag Afternoon Express or comment on our Facebook page.
Happy Friday indeed. My name is Palisa Tembe, and look, there's nothing more comforting than biting into a soft, decadent donut, especially one that oozes the sweet taste of vanilla. So today, we're whipping up an amazing batch of classic vanilla rainbow donuts that are sure to brighten up your day. And helping me do this life-changing work in the kitchen, yes, because I take my donuts that seriously, it is life-changing work, is Chef Seaman.
Hello, darling.
Today, you've got a sweet treat for us today.
I've got a sweet treat, and it's pretty. It's everything I think a donut should be if it could get any better.
I don't think it can.
It can.
You think so?
I think so.
I'm a big donut fan, so we'll be taking each other on in the kitchen for that. Our first guest, though, for today is actress Maumela Mahuwa. Her journey is the epitome of overcoming and triumph. Despite having a tumultuous upbringing, she defied the odds and made a success of her life, and now is an actress and a gospel musician. She is also a spirited preacher and goes down in our books as an extraordinary gifted woman.
Ndiabafuna ne, ndiabafuna tea, ndiabafuna kechi, ndiabafuna nde, ndiabafuna e. Yehova, swenda danazo, ndizwa lufuno, tenga, lambiru yanga, yeah, yeah.
Wow, Maumela. I mean, how beautiful is that? I had no idea that you were such an unbelievable singer. And the music video was amazing as well.
Oh, thank you very much.
Where did you shoot that?
Bryanston, Mpumalanga.
Beautiful. Yeah, you can see the shot where the camera goes around. That was definitely in Mpumalanga.
Yeah.
How amazing. So you've got a gospel album out now.
Yes.
What was the decision to do that? How long have you been singing gospel for?
I think all my life.
Really?
Yeah, like I've been featured in a lot of albums.
Yes.
Up until I decided to release my own.
Yeah, and it's called One.
Yes.
What did you write everything on your album as well, and what was the inspiration behind it?
The inspiration behind it, I think it was my turn to express my way of how to give music to the people.
Yeah.
Yes.
You are also a pastor, so in my mind I'm picturing this very fancy, very fabulous, sassy lady who's also very famous, and you conduct your own sermons, and then do you sing after you do your sermon? Like, I want to know, tell us exactly what a Sunday is like in your life.
Okay, Sunday life for me is basically church, singing, a lot of dancing, a whole lot of dancing.
Yeah.
Too much dancing until we're tired, then preaching.
When did this amazing journey start for you?
I think when it comes to preaching, I started 2004.
Yeah, did you have some kind of a calling?
Yes, I had a calling, but young, you don't wanna. So I was just...
I want to know about it. Tell me about your calling. What happened?
Well, you know, everywhere you go and you appear on television a lot and people just, do you know that God is calling you? You're like, but why would God pass every other person and come to me? You know, like, can't he see other people? And for a long time, I was just, this is not my thing. I don't think I was prepared for the kind of job it has. Like, ministry is too much.
Really?
Yeah, it's heavy.
In what way? That you've got to learn a lot, or that you've got to help so many people that I suppose you take on so much of other people's problems and, you know, feeling, energy?
Mostly is growth. Then after you think you've grown, you realize that life is not what you think it is. You know, you think, oh, I'm grown, you know, I'm making it in life, and somebody just come and hit your face with something else. And you're like, so this is life?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And you have to spend that day with yourself just thinking, what is that other person going through?
Yeah.
I'm having the time of my life. What is that person going through?
Yeah.
You know, and you spend half your life or half your day just thinking about other people.
Yeah. And then obviously having to help people as well. But I want to know, I'm so fascinated, what was the process that you went through to become a pastor? Like, do you have to study, and then do you start your own church, or do you get assigned to another church? I'm so fascinated with this.
Actually, what happened to me, I think I was invited to a church, but it was not for preaching, it was for music.
Yeah.
So when I get there, this man just announced to his church that I'll be preaching that evening. So that was the beginning. So from then on, people just kept inviting me for preaching.
Oh, that is amazing. So just spur of the moment. Now do you plan your talks, or do you just stand up and whatever you're feeling that day, you just share with your audience?
It's really not about feeling. It's about spiritual.
Yeah.
Like, I get into a church, I first have to see the kind of people I'm going to be dealing with.
Yeah.
And when I see them, I know what they need. I am relevant. No, I don't get assigned to church. I'm a traveling minister. So I'm preaching tomorrow in Limpopo.
Really?
Next week, it's here back here in Cape Town.
And what kind of things would you talk about on any given day?
Mental freedom.
Yeah.
Normally, on any given day, how people should just get out of their comfort zone and make something out of themselves.
You know, I'm a huge believer that energy is everything, and I would love to watch one of your sermons, but I can imagine as well that you do it with so much passion and so much feeling, because you are flames. And then I can imagine that after that sermon, when you sing, you just lift people. You know, it's such a great quality to lift people's energy in your space.
True, it is. But most people just come with expectations. Like when you work with people and you work with their spirit, they always expect.
Yeah.
They never come at you thinking that we're just going to pass by. They always expect. Most of them will be like, Prophet, could you say something in my life? I'm like, I'm not a sangoma. I'm a prophet. So you cannot demand me say something to you. It depends on what the Spirit is saying.
Yeah, you are absolutely beautiful, and we're so happy to have you here today. We're definitely feeling all of your energy. Well, we're going to be chatting to you a lot more a little bit later. We're going to find out about, you know, career and of course, Muvango.
So much to connect with with the gorgeous lady after the break. But listen, we're going to continue the conversation, and we want to find out how she juggles her various roles. Remember to hit us up on social media platforms and tell us how you'll be observing Heritage Day. Tweet us at Afternoon Chat using the hashtag Afternoon Express, or just comment on our Facebook page.
Our guests on Afternoon Express fly domestically with Mango. Enjoy outstanding service, online check-in and seat selection. With the widest booking and payment options, Mango is the only airline globally to accept store charge cards as a means of payment. Fly in comfort with ergonomically efficient seats for more legroom aboard a fleet of new generation Boeing 737-800 aircraft. Join the guests of Afternoon Express and fly Mango. Welcome back to Afternoon Express this fabulous Friday. And of course, we're continuing our conversation on the couch. So I want to know, and I think this is so brilliant, you know, talking about longevity. You started with Muvhango from the beginning. There were only like 3 people in the cast or something that started from all the way in the beginning. What a fantastic legacy to basically last so long on a show.
True. Wow. When you think
It's
about
20
it,
years now,
it's
hey?
been a long time. Yeah, it's been a very long time.
Yeah.
Long journey, long growth.
I can imagine. It's literally a lifetime.
Yeah, I think I
20
learned my
years.
acting there. Actually.
Yeah. How did you get your big break? Was that your first big acting gig?
Very much. I don't think I had it in my head that I'm going to be an actress.
Yeah.
No, I had no ideas like that until I met Clover, and he's like, I think I can put you on television, come with me.
Yeah.
And he put me on television, and every day I had to learn something new. I'm still learning. It's
If
amazing.
you weren't an actress, what do you think you would have been?
I would have been a singer, actually.
Okay,
Yeah.
singer and obviously still been with the church.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it. That was my life.
So now you're actually getting the best of both worlds.
Yes, wow.
And when you look back at your work and when you look back on your shows, do you love it now? Because it's obviously grown to be a passion of yours.
I think I love my next scene, actually, the one that I'm going to shoot.
Oh, are you allowed to tell us about it?
No, just the fact that I'm given an opportunity to actually do something better. Because
Yeah.
yesterday once, every time when I look at it, what was I thinking? What was I doing that for? You
Yeah.
know, so I'm the biggest critic of my life, of
Yeah.
my work.
I find it so funny how much you, or not funny, I find it so interesting on how you are such a celebrated actress and you're absolutely amazing. But I read somewhere that when you were very young, when you were growing up, you weren't such a fan of yourself because you said that you had a darker skin than all of the other. And apparently in your community, there was like a lot of colorists. Like, what does that mean? And then I think that must be so difficult to not identify with seeing yourself and enjoying what you are.
Well, when you are growing up in a place where everybody actually noticed that you are darker than dark people,
Yeah.
you know, like you are actually like night, and you know they made sure you know it, and then you have people, you know, you are very ugly, you know that, right?
How can people say that to you? I think you're so beautiful. And the darker you are now, the better it is, the more fashionable it is.
I know, people just feel like they have to express their opinion.
Yeah.
And you have to grow into their opinion because their opinion is their own.
Yeah.
How they view a situation is their business. But
Yeah.
how you view their opinion is a problem.
Yeah.
So you have to grow out of it. And if I'm ugly, on whose standard then?
Exactly.
So if you show me who you think is ugly and who I'm compared to, then it makes sense.
Yeah.
But I was not born with a tree, you know.
But did you ever take that on yourself? And then did you have to go through a lot of self-growth to say, I don't care what somebody else's opinion is of me, I love me?
If I tell you what actually happened, Duma, the very same guy that gave me a job,
Yeah.
once said to me, you know, you are a black, beautiful African girl. My life changed.
You believed,
Simple.
because you believed him.
Yeah. My life changed. I started actually looking at myself in the mirror
Yeah.
and seeing the person that I am. I'm like, oh, yeah, he's right.
You are a black, beautiful woman.
Thank
But
you.
you know what I feel, and especially in our kind of industries, you must be very careful who you take advice from, because everybody's got an opinion.
True.
And then some people will just say something for the sake of saying. And then other people, you know when people are speaking truth. And that's why you believed him, because it was true.
Yeah. I think I think he was an amazing person in my life at the
Yeah.
time. You know, most people can be amazing in your life and say very negative things.
Yeah.
But as an opportunity, he spoke into my life. He rectified everything I thought was wrong in a very short space of time.
Yeah.
And rebuilding me, my faith, all about me, coming out of negativity and trying to build. I wouldn't say that I am a positive person per se, but I'm working towards it.
That's beautiful. That's really, really beautiful. And you're so lucky to have somebody like that in your life, to grow you like that. And to kind of show a mirror up in front of you to say, this is who you are, you better feel it. Mm-hmm. And now you're getting the opportunity to do that to so many other kids as well with your acting academy.
True. I've opened a acting academy. It's 2 years now. Wow. And we're offering every course in film and acting. It's fantastic. So our student just finished doing presentation.
Yeah.
They're shooting their final films.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And are they good? Like when you see what they finished with, you go, oh, yeah, I've done a good job.
Actually, I looked at them and I thought, if I was given an opportunity to do this, would I actually do what they've done? Because they actually make you realize how much you need to learn.
Yeah.
Because they are coming up, they know how to put together a presentation on PowerPoint.
Yeah.
Well, I just saw PowerPoint just recently, you know. they can put it together. It's amazing. And you look at it, you look at what they do, the way they act, you're like, wow.
Yeah.
I'm just left. I think I must go back to school.
I think it's a great idea to never stop learning. Thank you so much for being here with us today. You are such a light. It's really such a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you very much for having me.
After the break, we head over to the kitchen to make a batch of scrumptious, classic vanilla rainbow donuts with Chef Suan Allen. And later on, we chat to actress Tshego Seakgoe, whom at the age of 8 got the chance to sing for former President Nelson Mandela on his 80th birthday. So much to look forward to.
Clover Classic, the creamy taste that takes you back. Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express on SABC3, where the stage is yours. What can be more comforting than a decadent donut that oozes the sweet taste of vanilla? So dare be crazy with us about vanilla as we whip up a batch of classic vanilla, rainbow donuts.
Exactly. Rainbow donuts.
Exactly. Thank you for that. You don't want to miss out is the point. So SMS the keyword Clover to 33650 to get this recipe and link sent to your device. SMSs cost R1.50 and free SMSs do not apply. Suan.
Yes.
I don't know how I could get rainbow mixed up because I love a good rainbow, and it being a Friday, I feel like we've reached the end of the rainbow this week.
Well, we have, but we've still got some magic on the show today, and we're going to show you. This is it.
This is the pot of gold.
This is the pot of gold. This is the magic. I mean, I'm all about unicorns. This is such a great recipe. I know sometimes you can be a little bit intimidated about making donuts, but Clover Classic really makes this easy. It makes it creamy when you're making that mixture, and it's absolutely delicious.
Yeah.
So, should we dig into how we put this together?
First things first.
First
I'm
things
already
first.
ready.
So in our mixer, we've already got our eggs, we've got our sugar, we've got our butter, which has been creamed.
Okay.
And then we're going to add our Clover Classic vanilla. So, I mean, this is such a great product. It really takes you back to childhood. It's got added vitamins. It is great for the whole family. So I'm going to do this not all in one go. So we're going to pop some of that in, and then we're going to add our dry, which is flour, bicarb, our baking soda. So I'm going to get some of that into the bowl, and then
Slowly
we'll
but surely.
pop it on, slowly but surely.
Okay.
So we don't have a big puff of flour going everywhere.
Yeah, and trust us, we'd get so excited with it just might happen.
We would. So this is what you do. You just carry on adding some more. We'll add some more clover, which is great.
Okay.
And at this point, if you did want to change up flavor, you could then mix it up. So they've got a lychee, there's a pear. So that's where you would actually not only color, change the flavor combination as well, which is great. Once this has been fully incorporated, we're going to split it into 3 and we're going to color it. So we're doing pink, purple, and blue.
Yum.
And once we get there, you're going to roll out each of those and then place them on top of each other like this. So this is where the fun part
So
is.
is this how we get that marble and
That's how we get the
effect?
marble. So then we start to kind of roll this into a sausage shape. So it really comes together quite easily.
Nice.
See, there we can
Okay.
see it like the marble's starting to happen. And then literally we're going to twist, roll, punch, and fry.
I love that. So, Suan, I've got a bit of a confession to make.
What
when
is
I
it?
saw that we were making donuts today, I ran out and I went to go get some jam donuts because I really take my donuts seriously.
So
And
you were craving it?
You have to be ready in all ways. You don't just go to the Olympics and run. You first stretch.
Okay, Bugs,
you
you've
first
done a
warm
good
up.
job, yeah.
So I've warmed up and I'm ready for these donuts. I've had
You're
my
ready.
donuts. This is my actual donut.
Okay, this is the actual one. So, I mean, you can see what I love about this is kind of how the colors come together. This is where you can get I said, you know, the product's great for the whole family. Get the kids involved. And once you've got this and it's pretty flat, we'll start to shape and cut and fry.
Yum.
So I love the marble effect. I love what a showstopper this is when guests come over.
Yeah,
And
it kind of looks whimsical to me.
it does. And like I said, you know, you'd kind of think, you know, as the same way people are intimidated by baking, you'd think donuts are intimidating.
Okay.
But this actually works quite well. So you'd carry on rolling until you've got it quite flat.
Okay. You make
Use
a
a
circle.
tin. So if you don't have proper molds, it's fine. Cut a hole out the middle and then pop it into our oil. There we go. It's actually
So this is a
warm
good
enough.
trick that if you don't have a cookie cutter, you can just
Absolutely.
empty out a hole.
Empty, clean it, and dry those and use them as your shape. And once it's fried, we've got our beautiful donuts. And you make a glaze again. We use our Clover Classic, icing sugar, more vanilla because vanilla is amazing. Again, choose your colors that you want. Again, we're going pink, purple, blue.
Yes.
You're going to dip this in the glaze. And then you're going to flip it over once it's coated. And you can either serve warm or you can let it set. We're going to let this drip off. I said this was going to get messy.
Yeah,
It's
but we
half
came
the fun.
prepared.
It's half the fun.
Yes.
And that is literally as simple as it is.
So in this, I just want to make sure because, you know, I'm going to try this at home.
I know, you've got to make this at home, babe.
And I don't want to get any steps wrong. So you use some of the classic vanilla flavor in the icing.
In our icing too. So that's the wet liquid that actually brings it together. So just a couple of tablespoons, a cup and a half of icing sugar, some more vanilla because we love vanilla, integral in baking, a little couple of drops of food coloring, and that is it. And you can see how beautiful and glossy and perfect that glaze actually comes out. So you think it's a complicated baking step? Clover Classic makes it super easy.
Super easy. I'm already looking forward to biting into
I can
that.
see. I can see.
It's written all over my eyes. I cannot hide it. No, we're absolutely crazy for vanilla donuts in this loft. Remember to SMS the keyword Clover to 33650 to get this recipe sent to your device. SMS costs R1.50 and free SMS do not apply.
Clover Classic, the creamy taste that takes you back. Made with love by Clover.
All right. Although Tshego Seakgoe had also been involved in the arts from a really young age, she only realized what she wanted to do with her life at the age of 26 and gave up everything to pursue her dreams. And following her dreams has paid off in a big way, as she is now earning her stripes as an actress in some of the best telenovelas on our screens. Although her journey hasn't been the easiest, she is testament to the saying, always a lesson and never a failure. What a fantastic outlook to have on life. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
So lovely to have you here. And I think a congratulations is in order. You've just got engaged.
I have.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So how did Bay propose?
He proposed on our anniversary in a very intimate and private way. It was beautiful.
Oh, that is so... Were you expecting it?
No, I was actually very sick on that day and very grumpy, and I didn't want to do anything. I was like, oh, I don't want to do anything. We can just stay in bed. And he dragged me out of bed and then proposed.
That is so nice. And it's really nice when you're not expecting it and then it's a real...
Yeah, because I really didn't think it was going to happen anytime soon. Like, I knew we were headed on that path, but I had no idea when it was going to happen.
Oh, congratulations. Have you already
Thank you.
started wedding planning? Do you already know what you want your dress to look like?
No, not yet. Well, I have an idea of what I want to do, but we haven't started planning yet just because I'm living in between two countries. I'm here for work, but I'm based in Dubai.
Yeah.
And just so busy with work. But we're definitely doing it sometime next year. We haven't picked a date yet, but yeah.
I was about to ask you, please can we film it for Top Billing? So that we can have your wedding on Top Billing. But you're actually a very private person. Why is it so important for you to keep your private life so private?
I think it's just because I started off modeling in this industry. I was always considered a model, and it was the hardest thing going to interviews and always being introduced as a model when I started branching out into acting. And I always want to be remembered for my work and not so much my personal life. And also my partner is very private. He's not in this industry, and I try to respect that. But yeah, it's just trying to just focus on work and being known for what I do as opposed to my private life.
Yeah. You did do so well in modelling. You still, are exceptionally beautiful, so I understand. But then you made South Africa's eyes wide open when you posed for, you were the first black woman to pose for Playboy South Africa.
I was the second cover girl, first black South African.
I remember the cover and it was exquisite. It was unbelievable.
I love that cover. I still actually haven't gotten it framed and I should.
No, you must. You have to. You absolutely have to because it's something that you can be proud of.
I'm very proud of it.
Yeah. So how did the discussion come about? Because it is quite a big thing to do.
And I think especially because I think South Africa, when I did it, were very still conservative. Social media wasn't such a big thing. So skin was still considered very taboo almost. So it took me a while. They approached me. It took me about 3 months to eventually say yes.
Yeah.
And the rest is history.
Because you had to go...
No, not full nude. So we did top.
And what was the reaction like? Because South Africa, I find, is very conservative.
Yeah. Surprisingly, a lot of good response, but I think you're always going to have that balance, and it's how you kind of work through it and what you do with that from there. So I always kind of positioned myself as somebody who's, yes, I pose nude, but there's more to me. I've studied politics. I do this and many other things. So I think you just have to market yourself well and brand yourself perfectly. Yeah.
Why do you think it's so difficult sometimes for models to cross over into acting?
I think because you start off in an industry where you just kind of required to be beautiful and that's it, and people don't think that there's more to models than just their beauty. So I think that was the difficult thing, just proving that I can actually do this and I'm not just doing it because it's another thing to get me in front of the camera, and actually proving that it's a passion of mine and something that I enjoy doing and I'm good at. Yeah.
You are a good actress. And I want to know what your experience of working with Akin was like. Because, he's just phenomenal. And I think he directed you.
He's directed me, yes. Yeah. He's amazing, phenomenal, very, very hands-on director, very chilled as well. He's not very stressful on set. And he's just a brilliant, brilliant energy to be around.
Yeah. What would you say is your dream role?
I think I'd like to play a role where I'm not necessarily typecast. I'd like to play something completely different to my everyday. So I don't know, maybe a drug addict or a homeless person. Or
something where you've got to drop where you've got to totally submerge
just be
yourself
naked,
in.
yeah.
Yes.
So,
and super vulnerable. I got that. I love your sense of humor. Now, tell me, you obviously are living between, I think it's Dubai and here.
Yes.
What's it like juggling the two, like traveling up and down and managing work? That's quite an intense schedule.
It is. But luckily it's one flight away, 7 hours. It's not
Yeah.
too bad. I don't have to connect. But we make it work. It is what it is. I think I'm used to it now. So
Yeah.
I try.
How
and go
often do you do the commute?
So I try to do it every 6 weeks, and my husband comes down as often as he can because
Yeah.
he's got a few more days off. Because being on set, I have to at least be there 6 weeks so that we shoot ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're making it work. It's going
Amazing.
good, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being here. We're going to keep you here because there's so much more that we have to chat to you about. I cannot wait to find out so much more to this beautiful woman.
Oh, we're celebrating engagements in the loft, and I don't know if I should have 1 donut or 5. So whilst I'm tackling this difficult decision after the break, we continue the conversation with Tshego on her amazing journey so far.
Get ready. The face of cybercrime is changing. And so are we. We are smarter. We take charge. We are in control. We are brave, innovative, everywhere. We are Sabric.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express, and we are back on the couch with the talented and gorgeous Tshego Seakgoe. Welcome back.
Thank you.
So I want to know, I mean, you were always destined for greatness because at the age of 8 years old, I think you were 8.
Yes.
You got to sing for Nelson Mandela for his 80th birthday.
I did.
How on earth did that come about? Is that you?
I'm the little one in the my right.
Oh, cute.
There was a scout nationwide, and I entered, and I made it through about 800 other kids.
Wow.
And that's how I got it.
What did you have to sing?
I think I sang a Britney Spears song.
No ways. Are you going to give us a little Britney a cappella now?
No.
Your face is like, no.
Don't make me do it.
I can generally go to Britney at a karaoke bar. That's a go-to.
Yeah, I need a glass of wine before I do Britney.
Now, what a lot of people don't know about you as well is that you studied and you worked in politics.
I did.
I mean, wow, that must have been. Was that a dream of yours? Were you planning on becoming a politician?
Not at all. I think I left high school not knowing what I wanted to do with my life. Yeah. And I was always good at history, so I figured, let me just do politics, and did that. And then in my third year, I was offered a position at the Angola Trade Office. Started off as an intern, and then I was the bilateral assistant there. And then I moved on to local government, and I worked for the Department of Human Settlements. Yeah.
And you actually met Winnie Mandela. Were you at an event, or how did that come about?
So it was just after she'd been hospitalized after her surgery in 2016.
Yeah.
And so I'd gone with my bosses. I somehow wormed my way in and we went to go visit her at her home. And she was just such a beautiful spirit to be
lucky,
around.
what an opportunity.
Amazing woman.
What did you speak about? What did you ask her?
Funny enough, I don't know how she found out, but she found out about the Playboy. She was like, I just love fearless women and keep doing what you're doing. And she just gave me a lot of words of wisdom and just encouraged me. She's just an amazing woman.
And you are fearless and you are very strong. And I always think that when women are like that, you are like that because of how you were raised. And I think you've got a really interesting story about how you were raised. Because you were raised by your father and your grandmother.
I was. My mom passed away when I was 9 years old. That's my mother's mother and my little brother. My mom passed away when I was 9, and so my grandmother kind of took over as the mother figure in my life, and my dad's just always been a hands-on father. And
that's incredible.
Very lucky to have him. He's amazing.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You know, my gran is she's the center of my world. She's the most important person to me. And I think it's such a nice relationship. And your gran sounds amazing. I heard she went back to study when she was like in her 50s.
Yes, and she was 55 years old. She went back to school and got her teaching license for, I think, nursery school level to grade 3, I think it was. Yeah. So
well, now we know where you get it from.
from.
What do you think have been the strongest lessons that you've learned from growing up in your family dynamic that you have?
I think people learn best when they're challenged, and I think I've learned just to be stronger and independent through every difficulty I've gone through in life. It's just taught me to kind of fight a little harder for what I believe in and what I want to go for. So I think any difficult phase that I've had in my life has just made me better and stronger.
Yeah. They must be so tremendously proud of you.
They are. They're all watching today.
Oh, really? Hi, family. Would you want children one day? Is it something like family life? Is it very important to you?
I would, but I'm just currently focused on career, honestly. Yeah. And I would love to have kids later on in life. We're not rushing.
High five to that. I think it's nice when, you know what, it's right for different things are right for different people.
Exactly.
For me personally, I also think that it's nicer to start things a little bit later.
I think I just want to live my life to the fullest and achieve every single goal I've set for myself. And goals change with every year. So I think when I was 20, I thought I'd have a family by 28. And now I'm 28 and getting married, and I'm like, okay, a little longer, I need more time.
When I do motivational talks, I always say you've got to enjoy the phase of your life that you're in when you're in it, because life happens so quickly.
So quickly, and you can't plan too far ahead. There's nothing wrong with having a plan, but I think being present in the moment is the most important thing, and that's how you learn, and you learn about yourself and what else you want to do with your life.
Yeah, and you've already done that. I mean, you changed careers when you were 26 years old. What made you decide to change, or what was the catalyst for you deciding that I'm not doing what I want to do, I want to be somewhere else?
I think just figuring out that my version of success wasn't like defined by title or the amount of money I was making, because I was waking up every day and not feeling very fulfilled in my life, and I just figured go for that one thing that's always scared you, and that was acting, which I loved, and it scared me, and I knew I could do it, but I think as you get older, you have so much noise around you that tells you, no, to be successful, you need to be this certain way, and the arts aren't necessarily considered a career here, you know? And I did it, and I'm happy.
It's scary because you don't know when your next paycheck is coming, I
Yeah.
suppose.
Yeah.
So that is terrifying. But
And
are you waking up fulfilled now?
Very fulfilled. It's a weird thing. I always tell people I'm happy even when I'm broke. Just doing what you love and knowing that you're working towards it every single day. There's a different kind of fulfillment that nothing else could ever give you.
Yeah.
And I think the scariest thing for me was starting after 25. I mean, there's this notion in the industry that, you know, it kind of, if you get to 25 and you haven't made it, you're not going to make it. And I say, whatever. Look at me, I'm 28 and I'm still doing it, and yeah.
I still think, for me, there's no such thing as age. It's just, it's your energy and it's where you are in your life.
Exactly.
And you are doing so well. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Please let us film your wedding photography.
I'd have to ask my husband, but I don't think he'll agree. So.
Yes, it's a yes. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so
And we're
much
very,
for having
very,
me.
very, very proud of you.
Thank you.
Mwah.
Now, if there's one thing that we can take away from the conversations today, is that perseverance and unwavering faith in yourself are crucial ingredients to success in your life. Now, after the break, our guests give us more insights on how to push through tough circumstances.
Catch Winner Home this Thursday as the design duos go head-to-head in their first design challenge. Watch the drama unfold as Team R&K, Team Contrast Control and the Perma Peeps go all out in a bid to impress the judges.
Those girls, the sass.
Unbelievable. I can't believe it.
I can't believe it.
Unacceptable. Now we have to fight for it.
Plus, stand in line to win amazing weekly prizes and your chance of winning the grand prize, your very own dream home. That's Winner Home Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. on SABC3. The stage is yours. Winner Home, proudly brought to you by Capitec and Private Property. Grand Prize Luxury Penthouse Apartment by Bowen Properties.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express on SABC3, where the stage is yours. Now we're continuing our amazing conversation that Jeannie has started with our lovely guests, Maumela and Tshego. You ladies are looking absolutely beautiful. I'm so glad it's my turn to have a sit down with you guys.
Yes, I missed you. It got a little bit lonely this
Our
side.
long-distance relationship is not working for me, Jeannie.
No, I know. She gets separation anxiety when she's not next to me.
Super quick too.
So, ladies, we're so honoured to have two very strong women in the entertainment industry on the couch. But what I often enjoy doing is making a lot of connections. You know, especially through our top billing, whenever I interview people that are really strong or that have got an interesting story, I always like to connect to what is the line, what is the common thread, I suppose, that exists between especially women that make us driven, smart, sharp, and thriving, I suppose, in what is quite a difficult world. But I mean, your upbringing as well was actually quite similar to hers as well, in that you also didn't live with your mom when you grew up. What was your upbringing like?
I lived with relatives a lot. I was taken from relative to relative. And I think it was tough, being an extra in people's families. It's really tough. But I think they come through for you. They don't have to, but they did it, But you always miss your mom. Your mom is your mom.
Yeah. But do you think that makes you independent? And that's why you've gone on and you've succeeded, because you've got this independent spirit.
Actually, I think it makes me very aggressive.
Oh, yeah?
I think I am very aggressive, and people will like, why is she so aggressive?
Yeah, you're a firecracker.
Maumela, you do not seem like it at all. Sitting here, I'm just like, oh, girl, you seem so reserved, so poised all the time. I can't imagine you going off.
I'm actually collecting all the energies.
Really? Is that how your character is different, I suppose? Because your character on Muvhango is actually quite chilled and quite poised. But in real life, I heard that when you're on the pulpit, you are fire.
In real life,
full of energy.
When I'm at home, you would not believe I'm that human being on television.
Incredible. Tshego, right now you're working on an amazing production and you star-studded cast. How are you finding it?
I'm loving it. It's my first lead role. So I'm learning a lot, loving it. Crazy schedule, but it's amazing. I'm working with really amazing people. Production company's amazing. All the legends that are on this cast are amazing.
Wow. I find I work better with mentors. So someone like Jeannie who's been in the industry, who I can trust, who I can stand by and say, listen, guide me, help me. Do you find that helps also in acting?
It really does, but there's also a really great group of young cast, and it's great to bounce off that energy and just learning from each other, because it's like a much older cast, much younger cast together. So we learn from the older cast, but together to have this little young group of young actors, and it's a little family, and it's great.
It is great. Yeah. Something that I want to know from the both of you, working on soapies and telenovelas, I mean, your schedules are notoriously insane.
Yeah.
Because you're shooting every day, and you get your scripts every day, hey?
Yes.
Now, what are your tricks and your secrets to learning all of those pages and pages and pages of dialogue? Because it's so difficult. And then does it have to be delivered word for word, or can you just kind of be the character and say whatever you want to say? Because at first we don't need to keep to a script.
Yeah, the truth is I've been in these booths for long. And now it's just about understanding where the story is going. And then in the morning when we're supposed to shoot, we get together as a cast and we read until we understand, rectify one another, because it's a translation from English to Venda. And they want us to speak that kind of Venda you will never hear people speaking. So we have
proper
this one's like,
way.
no, you don't say that, you say this, and in the morning, and of course you will remember those kind of things.
Okay, so then when you're filming, even if the line says, okay, stand over here, you can say it in your own way just because you know that it's going to end up being the same thing.
Yeah.
Or does it have to be word for word?
We actually just have to understand the story. And just remember the cuts.
Yeah.
Remember that you're supposed to be speaking here. What you are saying, as long as it's what is supposed sound like what is supposed to be said.
Yeah. Is it the same for you?
It's a little different for me, because I think a lot newer in the industry. So I learned my lines the day before,
Yeah.
and we get our scripts in English, and we have to try and translate into Setswana. So then I sit every night, go through my lines, translate, highlight everything, and exactly what she was saying, we have to speak proper Tswana, like authentic Tswana. So
Why don't they just give you the scripts in Swana and then in Venda?
just because the cast and crew, everybody speaks a different language, so it's easy to use English as a medium. So camera crew as well, for them to understand what's going on in the storyline. So I usually learn my lines the night before, and then the day I get on set, I then sit with everybody that I'm working with on that day, and we run lines.
That is so hard. You are basically a linguist as well as an actress all in one go.
All in one.
Sure, that is a big challenge at work. Well done.
It is. And also because we shoot sometimes we're shooting 17 scenes in one day, so there's no time to make mistakes. Yeah. So you can't be bluffing on set. Yeah.
Well, 17 is very good. Lately, we've been shooting 32.
What? Okay, I have not done that yet.
Yeah, now you're crying in the morning, you are laughing during the day, you're crying in the evening.
In the evening.
So by the time you're done, you're actually thinking, what's wrong with me?
But I mean, one thing that's definitely a common thread here is that it's not easy being in any industry. But you guys coming as actresses who are now venturing, you're a model on the side, you're going into singing. Does it help having the base as an actress so you can kind of channel from different characters depending on what song you're singing or depending on what shoot you're on?
Well, I started off as a model, so I think for me, acting was just completely different. I had to just start all over. It was like going back to school. I got an acting coach. I had to relearn everything. It's completely different to modeling. Although, yes, you are playing a character in modeling as well. You just don't have any lines to learn when you're modeling. So this is a lot harder.
Well, after doing like 18 scenes in one day, I think now when you go and do those modeling jobs, it's like, oh, please.
And yourself, Maumela?
No, I think when it comes to acting, when it comes to finishing this and then doing music, people still say, Batumile, they have started, look at them, they just think they know everything.
Yeah.
You know, and actually convincing that I'm actually good at this. Hey, watch the space, I'm a good singer, I promise, like you and your voice, never. You know, and it's an everyday lesson. Like people will be like, I didn't know you can sing. I'll be like, wow, okay. That just hurts.
Yeah.
Okay, but now more people have to hear your voice. So you don't only do gospel, you do a whole array of vocals as well. Where can people watch you sing? Do you gig? Do you go and do like little clubs or stadiums? Are you going to fill it up now that you're allowed to use that word?
No. I'm like my boss. He says that I am not a statistic. You will never find me in a crowd.
Yeah.
I don't do crowds. When I see crowd, I go the opposite direction. Like no.
Yeah.
So no, I don't go to clubs.
Yeah.
If you want to see me sing, come to church.
Okay, good answer.
Hallelujah to that. Now we've got Heritage Day coming up on Monday. We're working, happily so. What are you guys quickly getting up to?
I'll be in bed probably.
In bed.
Yeah.
I'll be Africaning.
Africaning indeed.
What does that mean? Are you going to be braaiing or singing or church on a Monday?
No, actually, I'll be cooking mopani worms and.
Oh, really? Oh no, I want Africa with you. I will be there. Where are you going? To Limpopo?
No, actually, in Johannesburg.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
That's fine too.
Where do you find mopani worms in Joburg?
Actually, you don't find them. We go home to go get them.
Okay.
Special.
Ooh. Amazing. Happy Heritage Day. I love that you're going to be doing that. I really hope that you have an amazing day. Thank you so much for being here with us. So join us again on Monday as we discuss millennials and, of course, tradition with Section Head for African Languages at UCT, Dr. Mantoa Rosa Smaus. Plus, Ghanaian rapper Obrafour performs live in the loft. Thank you for joining me on the couch. Thank you, ladies, for being here again. We'll see you Monday. Have a happy weekend, everybody. Lots of love. God bless. Good night. I'm just going to say I love you.
Afternoon Express. Made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.